Welcome back to Fairfax Junction, the first video we've done for a while. I just wanted to share a post, let you know what's been going on, what we've been up to. So as you can see, looking over there over in the distance, we have started the first layer of static grass. Just the base layer down at the moment. We've gone for this Woodland Scenic 4mm light green. Just doing that area over there, what a difference it has made. It has really brought this area to life. It looks so much better. It's so effective, it looks really good. One problem I have encountered is that you can see we're missing the back there. That's because I can't basically get my static grass applicator any further in there because of the pitch on the roof. So there's going to have to go lots of trees in there to fill that in so that that is not seen. And yeah, just try and create a solid backdrop of trees and a hedgerow to hide that cock up. But yes, I'm very pleased with this. Like I say, this is just the base layer. But what a difference it makes. It really has just brought this area to life. There's still lots more to do, so this entire side of the layout has got to be done yet, and that's the next job. So it wasn't the plan to start the grass this year, but I had other things I wanted to do first. But I had a couple of bags lying around, had a go, and I've got the itch, and now I've done a bit. I want to get it all down, get the base layer down. I can live with the base layer then for however long. So there we go. One thing to mention is if you are starting static grass soon, get yourself one of these little handheld vacuum cleaner. I picked this up from the local garden centre. I don't think it was any more than £15–20, but after you've done the grass and you give it, say, 24 hours, 48 hours to dry, the glue to dry, then one of those, absolutely brilliant. You suck up all the loose and you can use it again. It's very effective, very easily. Problems with the layout, we've still got, I have, as I've said before, now altered this platform. However, the larger locos, this boy here in particular, hence the reason he's now running on that line, he's still catching here. It's still just ever so slightly, just rubbing that edge. I've played around with it, but the problem is basically I don't want to move the platform out any wider than that, because any wider than that, in my opinion, it just doesn't look realistic. So the option is, well, one is simply run the bigger locos on that line and have them. Two, treat this line as if it's a branch line. As you can see, we've got the branch line on this side. So treat that as though that's a branch line, and use this line for mainline express passenger service, making that line solely for making this. See where I'm pointing? This line solely for goods. Or, second option is shorten the platform down to about here, but I'm reluctant to do that because, as I've said before, I'm trying to create it and keep it as real looking as possible. And I did go to my local town station. I went to Congleton station in Cheshire and actually measured the length of the platform, and this one here is actually the same length to scale. It's the same. So trying to keep, I don't want to make it any shorter, because anyone who knows Congleton station knows it's not a big station, not by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't want to go any shorter than that. So it is a problem that's got to be addressed at some point, but at the moment we are cracking on with the static grass. I'm just going to move over to the other side, bear with me. I don't think the camera does it justice. what it's done by just doing that bit of static grass is it's really opened the layout out. It's made this area over here just look so much bigger. I didn't really have a brief or an idea as such when I started the layout. It was to keep it simple and to make it look real. Not too crowded, not too much going on, just keep it open and I really allow the layout to breathe. And now this has got the static, even though this is only the first layer of static grass, now that's gone on, it's starting to get that feeling of openness, countryside station. You know, hopefully one day in the future I can create lovely videos of locos just running down here cutting through the countryside. Yes, we've got the town, yes, we've got the houses over here to create a feeling and the impression of life. Obviously with a station of that size, you've got to create some sort of illusion of a town or population, I should say. But now this is done. Now I can see that, and I'm so happy with this little bit of detailing I did here. Just double wall retainer, little details like that, and it's the same here. Ignore that. Now that that's in, and that's opened up, and that's able to breathe, I'm far more happier with this section, because I have ifed and awed many times about getting rid of those two engine sheds, thinking, is it too crowded? Is there too much going on? Is it realistic? Originally this section here was only 2 foot wide. It's now 3 foot wide because we've added on the extra engine shed there. We've added on the goods depot over there and another engine shed there, so it's gained a foot width. Originally it just ran between these two posts, this one and this one. Hence the reason why the roof truss here was cut out and same over there. But I'm can't tell you how so pleased I am with it. I hope you all agree, but it's really just now starting to come to life. And by the time we've got the rest of the static grass down, it's hopefully going to look fantastic. I'll move back over to the other side to show you what the next plan of attack is. So, as I've said, we'll get the grass finished, and then the next plan is this here. This here is still just loose, so we need to get this fixed down. There's a little bit of wall to build here and there, and make a final decision on that platform. And then same over there. This side, that's still loose, that needs to be fixed down. So next year it will be signalling. Get the signals built, get the signals in place, make sure that they are correct, and tidy up the ballast. The ballast is looking a bit tired now, and in places needs some TLC. As I've said before, we went for the ballast sheeting, and over time it's actually shrunk, believe it or not. That's all I think I can put it down to. You can just see it's opened up here and here, so just tiny little bit of squirt PVA in there, sprinkle a bit of ballast in, tidy that up. Down here where we've had mishaps with the polyfiller, I think the worst one is over there actually, stands out like a sore thumb. Sort all that out, tidy all the ballast up. I may just give it a very careful coat of a spray lacquer just to try and seal it all. And that's it, folks. Nothing else to say. Hope you like it. Feel free to like. Oh, the other problem is that tunnel entrance there. We need to sort that out because it's not dark enough. you can see going into that tunnel there, that's lovely and dark and creates a nice illusion, the train disappearing into the distance. Can't see, but you know, for all intents and purposes it's buggering off miles and miles in that direction instead of just curving round and going round the back there. But the problem we've got here is that tunnel is too light and you can see the curve on the track, so we need to darken that tunnel up and make for some far better video. And that's that, folks. I could waffle on for another 10 minutes, but I'm sure you've all got better things to do than listen to me. But there you go, a quick update on Fairfax Junction. It's a labour of love. It will never be finished. I'll probably end up moving house before it's ever finished, in which case I'll be starting again, completely starting again somewhere else, and that'll make for another YouTube channel, and we'll learn all from the mistakes we've made on this one. So there we go, Fairfax Junction. It is December 2025. At this time next year, static grass is down or to that level, ballards tidied up, that tunnel sorted out, signals in place, and the points are all operational. Going for, I don't want to use motors, I'm going for a mechanical operation. I've got a push rod system in mind, and there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's so long. I think this is the longest video I've done, 12 minutes, just me waffling on. If you've stuck it for the full 12 minutes and you've enjoyed it and you love the layout, please like, subscribe, share, add comments, any suggestions, even if it's criticisms, oh I wouldn't have done that, you should have done this, or why don't you try this. You know, we're all learning, we're all making mistakes, let's help each other out, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. God bless. Bye.